to get a little bit of a weaker number, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look at initial unemployment claims, those numbers have been going higher. So that really tells you that it's not just a supply, that the unemployment rate is so low they can't find workers. We're starting to see a little bit sluggish demand for workers. We know that the Conference Board's jobs plentiful minus jobs hard to get. That number popped down, the worst number, the biggest plunge we've seen in this expansion. So they're getting a little bit softer. On the wage numbers, we might see that number not as weak because there were less days in the month. And when you have less days and you take a monthly salary, that pushes the month-over-month number. So a little bit weaker, but stronger than last month. I'm looking for about 140,000.
What do we need to see for the rate cut to be nailed on at the end of the month, or is that already the case?
I think that right now the markets are pricing in almost 100%. So unless you get a really splashy number above 300,000, the Federal Reserve is going to argue that it's an insurance cut, not necessarily a panic cut, but something just in case something goes wrong. So anything near the consensus, or certainly if you get my number of 140,000, the Federal Reserve can easily justify an insurance cut.
And would it just be one or two cuts in that case? I mean, you mentioned the pickup in unemployment claims, from very low levels.
From very low levels.
Is there any fear that that's a real inflection point, though, that's going to continue?
I don't think so, because we still see that in the second quarter and in the third quarter, we're going to get economic growth probably averaging about 1.5 to 1.75%. That's not really recessionary type of growth, but it is slowing down from the first quarter. So I think that it's too early to say an inflection. Now, people will argue, oh, the yield curve is inverting. But even if you look at the 10-year to 3-month, that's inverted for only 30 days. And the research shows you got to have it for at least 3 months.